Good morning, it's Friday morning, it's Em's big day, so as you could probably understand, I might not be using the camera much today. I might have to come on later on and just waffle some absolute nonsense. But yes, she's got to be in at 10:30. I think we're going to have a ride over about 9ish, something like that. And then it's a case of hanging about for a bit until she's in for a op. And then I've got to disappear, and I can't see her tonight, so we've got to wait till tomorrow. So it's all going to be another waiting game. So get the dogs out to start the day off, make sure they're done, take the youngest to school, and off to Sheffield. So we'll see you later, and if there's any updates, I'll let you know. Alright, so just a quick update, what's happening. So Em's gone in for surgery. She went we got to the hospital for about 10ish in end, and it was a case of just waiting in the morning. She had to go for another CT scan, and then the numerous checks that they always seem to do, another blood test and what have you. So I left her at about 12:30, I think it was somewhere around that. She went up to theatre, and I had to disappear off. So I've just come back home, had a spot of dinner, and then it's just a case of waiting. I think the operation takes about 3 or 4 hours altogether, so it's just waiting for a phone call now from the hospital. I'm not going back up tonight because she's going to be in HDU unit, or high dependency unit, overnight, so we're going to have a ride up tomorrow to go and see her. But I'm just waiting now for a phone call just to make sure that everything's gone all right, and as soon as I do, I'll let you know. Well, that didn't take me long. I can't really just sit about doing notes, so I thought I'll just come and do a bit more of these leather work. I've already stitched the bullet pouch around the edges. I just need to burn these extra threads, and then it's a case of trimming it down, cutting the front bit and putting a hole in for the Sam Brown. I'm just about to glue this up. I've stitched that on as well, so that's now stitched. So I've just got to line everything up and glue it. Now let's put a bit of leather on. That piece along the back. And clamp everything down. Clamp top and bottom. The rest of it should line up, and then it's just a case of working down with the clamps. Once this is glued, then I can stitch this all up. Just need a couple of pieces on this bottom section. Put the clamps up. There we go, that's that bit sorted. I'm just going to put this in my warming cabinet just to leave it overnight. Just helps all the just get everything bonded. I do have to wet form these because it is for the Spartan Pro Hunt tack, and the tack has got like a square bit on the top, but I'll show you how I wet mould that later. And next bit is just to stitch these up. So I've got here set up on my sewing machine. I don't know if you can see it from there. Maybe I'll do another bit in the video in a second. A little bracket here, and all I'm doing is stitching along this edge. So I've got my sewing machine in reverse, a couple of threads going backwards. Do one more, and then swap it into forward, and just carry on all the way up. Alright, and then all I want to do is reverse it on a few more threads. So backwards, actually I'll just put that there, and then I'll do needle up, out, there we go. Find my cutting implement. There we go, and I could be on the Great British Showing Bee, as long as I make bolt holsters out of leather. Now I clearly wasn't thinking straight this week because although I have done the bolt holster for the 2.2, it shouldn't be dark brown, it should be tan, which makes sense really because the one for the 308 is dark brown and then the other one's going to be tan, so you've got a difference between them. So I did a cut out and I've got all sorted for doing a tan one, but I'm going to do the same process I did with the other one, so burnish the edges off and then I'm going to stitch on the top strap and belt loop, but I'll come back to you in a minute once I've got all those sorted. Still haven't turned out from hospital though, and it's what time are we on? 3:45, so we've still got a, they did say it was going to be like 3.5, 4 hours, well 3 or 4 hours for the operation, so with fingers crossed they're getting somewhere near finished and I'll hear something shortly, but just got to wait and see. So I've got that stitched up, so you can see on the inside there, so I've stitched on these bits. I've got the studs for the snap put on. I've also glued in the welt, so that's what I can do. Tonight I'll let that glue dry, cure I suppose. Tomorrow I'll glue the other bit round and then the day after I can stitch it, if I'm not doing anything else obviously. So that's just going to get left for the time being. Still haven't turned out as yet, but I'm going to leave it at that for the day, and I'll see you tomorrow I think. Hopefully get some decent news tonight, and we'll see you on the trip over to Sheffield. Thank you very much guys, see you later.